Okay, welcome back. I'm Cappadocia. Welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. We're carrying on right where we were. We're trying to get out of this damn city.
Keep my options open.
Anybody else get the feeling we haven't seen the last of Aurora and or her troops yet? Because I certainly don't. Nope. Gory prints have gone dry. Whoever left these green marks came and went a long time ago. An expression of utter astonishment frozen on the slain rebel's blood-drenched face. Yeah. I get bad feeling. Jagged winds stand in where the heretics' fate struck in the back. They are coming, one following in the other's footsteps, the Aurora of the morning and the Aurora of the evening. Ooh. You got blue icon around you. The corpse's throat has been ripped open seemingly by a glancing blow from a none too sharp blade.
Or get left in the dust.
Yeah. To the starport. Needed to think. Right.
The anarchy at the starport will distress the hallowed machine spirits of the voidcraft, rendering them deaf to all litanies of placation. The shuttle we use for the evacuation must be handled with caution.
Handle with caution.
Respect your faith, Hanan. If we find a working shuttle, we will worry about restoring the machine spirit equilibrium once we're back on board our ship.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, what we got here? Obscure glyphs have been scrawled on the rockcrete. Their unnatural shapes are physically repulsive. Right. Well, I'm guessing we're not going that way. Here we go. Judging by the positions of the bodies, these soldiers walked into sniper fire and would die before they knew where it was coming from. Oh, lift. Box.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Nothing in the box. Back down the lift.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Okay.
Show them no mercy.
Argenta, you take up position here. You, my friend, take up position over here with us. Hanneman, you, I need some cover for you. So you can use that last gun of yours. Let's put you in. Let's put you here for the minute. A bit further back, that'll be fine. And Cassia, you come over here. Oh shit, that's a flyer. Oh, screamer, Zinch screamer. Oh, yeah.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Can we get that last guy as well? No. Oh, alright.
I am a navigator. The navigator's might.
Hehe. That worked. Now get into cover,
I have read
please.
tomes of military tactics.
Pascal. Nice shot. Ow.
Just a minor setback.
Oh, they shot the dude in front of them. That works. Right, tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, it's a Cassia. Could you have another go, please? Let's have a look. How far forward do we need to move to do this? About there, I reckon.
If I may, try to die with grace at least.
She really is a damn shock trooper, isn't she?
I'm not accustomed. Another fire painted black.
Yeah, bites are here. Cool. And we're gonna hit you with that.
Make it happen.
Don't just press the wrong button. Doggo! Nom. Nommies.
With purpose. Costly mistake. That was coming. That is how it's done.
Let's make it quick.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Doubtest for none can escape the Emperor's judgment. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Quick fire. Missed.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Good hit.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Good hit. Run and gun.
I refuse. I'll do it. Eradicate it.
Good hit. Abelard, come forward, please. And if you could hit this guy in the head. Yeah, plonk him in the back.
An exemplary strike.
And then charge off down this way.
Get me a target.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Oh, that was dumb on me. I could have barbecued him, really, couldn't I?
Here we go.
The Adeptus Arbites, or Arbites, whichever one you want to call them, but they are here.
Hold on.
Don't hit, doggy.
Poised for action. You are clearly outmatched. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Good parry.
My collection.
Go on, doggo, get the screamer.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job for the stage?
Oh, and I've got the screamer as well.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Can I hit the screamer?
Running by nearest
Handed out execution.
successfully terminated.
Out of my way.
Yeah.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Faith without deeds. Strike is a prayer.
Give it that. Ah, blood.
Victory is imminent. We'll rule the stars themselves.
Yeah, if you come
I've
up here,
seen
please,
worse
old boy.
battles than this in my time. Indeed.
And then backhand it with a shovel.
Second call. It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Okay, we've got two more. And just move forward. That out.
Let's get to it.
Oh, three more. Don't need four more. Oh, well.
Forward.
Good.
No foe too great.
He's using a heavy stubber. Cassia, move over here, please. Move forward.
Activating calculated theory algorithm.
Yeah, you guys just stay there. Solomon's chest plate is punctured in multiple places and his face stained with blood, but his gaze remains clear and firm. Still alive, Road Trader. Good. You spot just many wounds on Glato. There are burns and cuts all over the coat, and one of the visors is broken. And yet there is nothing in the Cybermastiff's straight posture would indicate pain, if pain is something this dog can feel. Those wounds look bad. Let me offer you first aid. I would have accepted your offer, we still have Medicaid kits. Not many, but it should last until we get to Shuttle, which is all we need. What's happening at Starport? Panic and heresy. The people are ready to crush each other to reach the shuttles, which makes them easy targets for the enemy. Where's the governor? I do not know. He waited for you under Arbite's escort to burn the heretic's body and include December. But when the sun went out and enemies came at him every crack in the rockcrete, he panicked and ran. Not the smartest choice. He would have been safer with us. Well, it appears your investigation's reached a dead end. Not yet, it hasn't. We'd found something on the port terminal. Shortly after the tide was hauled away, a suspicious ship took off from the planet, and I already know how to track it down. I see you're not trying to flee and have chosen to fight instead. I commend your resolve. Actually, our plan is to retreat. The rebels are one thing, but there's nothing we can do against the warp forcing its way in, and that's a fact. This battle was forced on us. We had to keep the heretics away from the terminal until the machine spirits finished transferring data to our shuttle. You helped fight the loss, so instead of words of gratitude, allow me to offer you something more substantial. Hands you a heavy shotgun. It belonged to a bloody good arbitrator. May it serve you now. Victory the Lex Imperialis. Nice. My squad will dress wounds and then regroup and try to break through to our shuttle. I recommend you do that last part as well and soon. It's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Do try and survive, will you? To die would be to fail my mission. I cannot let that happen. Emperor protect you, Rogue Trader. Indeed. Ooh, what we got here? Flak armor. Right, that we will take. Oh, a hotshot las pistol. That's not bad. Right. Let's just give up. What's this way? Carapace. You go collect that. A plasma rifle. I like plasma guns. What we got here? Scrappy las guns, las pistols, shock batons. Nothing worth taking. These down here. Chain. What's that? Carapaces, scrappy las guns, power maul, and a sniper rifle. Yeah, not worth.
Is there money to be made?
Taking here. Right, okay. Let's level up. Fellowship, willpower. I think we go toughness for me. No heresy. Then we're going to take shield mastery. Abelard. Think a little bit of extra toughness would be nice for you as well, and for you. The character can tap the second weapon in their current weapon set in addition to the usual one attack per annus of. Power armor. Not yet. We haven't got power armor, so there's no point. What do we need for power armor provisions anyway? Melee weapon specialist. Dueling mastery. You. Now she's good with a bolter. Breaking point. Heavy weapon efficiency. No, we're not that at the point yet. Ballistic skill. Give her a bit more awareness as well. Weapon skill for you. Psychominoris. Perception for you. Plasma and melt weapons. We could go for a plasma weapon with him instead. I do like having him as a sniper though, that's the thing. Echo Pulse. We're going to go for heavy weapons proficiency. He is going to be our first heavy weapons guy. And as for you, Fellowship, ballistic skill, don't need that. Weapon skill, don't really need that. Perception, we need that. Toughness, I think. Try and get her a little bit. Give her a bit more warp knowledge. See the capital. Let's move down this way. Don't know where we're going here. Judging by the caustic smell, Norley states Promethium was previously stored here, must have fallen into the hands of the heretics. You poor bastards.
I always keep my options open.
Most of you are dead. Let's be blunt. Most of the people here are dead. Clonk, 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 here we come. The stench of fighting and blood blankets the starport. Echoes of shouts and gunfire drift over the landing pads, the shards of plexiglass conch underfoot. You recognise Sergeant Malgar amidst the crowd huddled next to the shuttles. He was the soldier greeted you upon your arrival. Yep. A group of bloodied and frightened people is waiting between Malgar's wardens and the shuttle. You recognise him as the governor of the planet and members of his high-ranking entourage. The expensive guitar has been torn in flight and many bare wounds left by bayonets. Examine the people in front of the shuttle. Some of the nobles are paralysed with fear, others have succumbed to despair. Two corpses lying on the ground with their arms outstretched. Black blood has pooled under one of them, the other skull has been split open like a nut, circled by a pinkish crimson halo of blown splinters. Sergeant Malaga, I demand an immediate report. What's going on here? The sergeant spins around to face you, his face just agrees with anger. Our esteemed governor's gang of cronies have been cowering behind us. And now, when things get rough, they thought they could scarper and leave us here to die. We shed our blood for him and broken our backs to provide for him. And after all this, you think that's fair, you piece of grok shit? Malgar stunned back hits the governor in the chest, causing the adornments of the governor's uniform to jingle in uniform. The governor spits out blood, opens his mouth to respond, and when his head explodes, his body falls limp to his side. Ooh. Enough, you've said your piece. For generation upon generation, nobles is well cared for Warhammer and ensured the prosperity of its inhabitants. In this way, your gratitude, peasant. For killing a nobleman, you deserve to be executed where you stand. She throws out her hand. Malgar Nebuck, my mentor was right. The rabble truly have no honour. Madness, punishable by death. We don't have time for this. We need to get to the shuttle now. Look at just our servant of the God Emperor. Whom do you serve? Humanity to its foes. How dare you speak of justice with kindred blood on your hands? Lower your weapon if you value your soul. Another in your position would have forgotten the Emperor protects all of his subjects, but surely not you. It is your duty to help anyone you can. I don't know why you stick up for these parasites. I've never felt even someone like me, but they don't deserve to have you right about that. Not all of them, at least. A dull thud comes from deep within the starport. Heavy footsteps shake the rock creep. Uh-oh. I think Malgar's dead.
You thought you had killed Aurora, false believers. Tremble, for I am Aurora. I am the herald of change. Behold the final dawn.
A Chaos Space Marine.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Unto the devout shall the sacrifice be gifted.
We need to spread out a little bit here. That's a heavy bolter he's lugging around. Pascal, go at the back. You come down over here. Oh, enough. Chill, my dude. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Isn't this a job for the smith? You're clad in scarlet.
Now, if you want to run
Emperor,
back away, please.
Give me strength.
Let's make it quick.
Go on then. Move you over here.
Doubt is for the weak.
Good hit. Run and gun.
Request approved.
Target up.
The scriptural proof.
Good hit.
Let's get to it.
Master Van Kellogg's, you can't die here.
At your beck and call.
Abelard, in you go.
For Von Valencius. Indeed. Someone else can do this. It will be done.
I'm up.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
No, you don't get to do that to me. Right, next up. Cassie, come up.
If I may,
Purple fire.
Show me what you've got.
Okay.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen. I'll do it. Now you can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands.
Nicely done. Now, do we have a shot at this guy all the way?
Binary.
We do. He does not have the same, right?
Victory is imminent. I will do my duty. Target well struck. Ah, field medicine at its finest. At your beck and call.
Me.
Who if not me? I'll see to it personally.
Hehe.
battlefields
Cassia.
are always drowned in scarlet. Me? It does grace, at least.
Next up. This should be the last shot. Pascal, you missed. Dude.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Cassia, get into cover over here, please. Right. We've lined up now with the sniper shot, so let's see if we can get a better hit. There we go, we got him. You're here. Heavy bolter. Right. Heretical follower. That is going. That is going. That's staying. Right. Sergeant Malgar. Last pistol. Can we quickly run all the way up here, please? And the leader.
You are authorized.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Okay,
I will lead us to fortune.
let's level up again. Here we go. During their extra turn. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Nice. And finally, keep it a little bit different.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh. To the void ship. Where there's no sun left, there's no point in hanging around. We ain't going to get a tan hanging around here now, are we? I'm the Emperor, you're alive, your lordship. We're most gratified by your return. The crew is full of zeal to cat and the orders you have. For anything else, I want to hear an account of what happened to the sun. Lord Captain, we saw a number of ships approach the sun, black creations of inhuman make. Our commands are sure up angles and edges. They surrounded the star and then, my apologies, but I struggled to find words that could describe the terrible sight. The Xenos made the sun vanish into the void. Drukhari, yep. You see Abelard's expression changed as the shadow suddenly fallen over and rubbed his temple, as if we did not have enough troubles on our hands already. The Xenos? Enemies of humanity? A breed of Eldari, the most cruel and devious of their kind. Their designer ship matches the description provided by the Boxmaster. Like all Xenox, the Drukhari are a blight on the face of the galaxy, but their technological superiority is indisputable. They are brought and fear warp sorcery, which is why they rely on creations of their twisted intellect. And many of these creations are capable of things that may seem akin to sorcery to the unenlightened eye. The theft of the sun is one example of what they're capable of. Are they in league with the cultists? We can't rule out that possibility. The Drukhari would never ally themselves with the Arch Enemy's worshippers. If I had to name one thing that humanity and the Xenos have in common, it would be a shared loathing for warp corruption. The situation calls for immediate action, Sigmund. We can continue this conversation later if you wish, but right now, I believe you should assume command. What's the situation on board? Navigator Sanctum is no longer empty, but the warp engine is still refusing to obey the engine seal. Without it, we cannot perform a warp jump. It may be angry, or perhaps it's lamenting the injuries it suffered. I will immediately initiate preparations for the prayer service. If the Cominsar grants me comprehension, I will appease the machine spirit of this vessel. Why did you not send a shuttle down for it? I apologise, Your Lord, but unable to receive your request for evacuation. The Voxing was overrun with vile interference, screams and blasphemous hymns and other equally sinister noises. Anyone who listened to the interference for a protracted period lost their sanity. Several dozen operators went mad monitoring Voxcasters in the hope of hearing your voice. Each one waited in vain. What's happening on the planet now? Our augurs report numerous uprisings and other manifestations of the Ark enemy's powers at various locations on the planet. Based on the fragments of communication picked up by our Vox operators, there's practically no resistance being offered by the governor's forces. Millions of people are converted to the blasphemous final dawn cult en masse and assembling in prayer circles. Any hope of retaking it? I fear that my Cabanois is lost. The situation is deteriorating by the minute. Must leave the system as soon as possible. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy and are worthy of rescue. Besides a small number of our own shuttles, we also have shuttles salvaged from the starport. We must save as many as we can. This all happened for a reason. Saint Argenta, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving people of a dying world throughout the power of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saint and her followers up to the sky away from corruption and death. We must do as she did, direct all our efforts into saving these people who at the moment look to the heavens in hope of salvation. The lives of peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the Holy Relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, and the lecture piece you turned to it. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, we are putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Lycab Monoris. The Von Valentius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish, and so lamentable though it is, we must rule out the idea of any evacuation. The world is doomed and its inhabitants along with it. The final disappearance of the star was the final nudge towards death. The finale of the cult of the Final Dawn's plans. I witnessed a similar event once. A world that surrendered to the servants of the Ark enemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promise them salvation and are willingly giving over their souls to chaos. A sacrifice great enough to bring forth a demon world. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct targeted bombing of the Electrobeast Monastery. If we blow up the reactor, a thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from a far worse fate than death. We will save Lycab becoming an outpost of the Ark enemy. Whatever fate you choose for this world, I urge you to make haste, Captain. The planet is burning in rages of flashes of crimson and purple. I can see it even from an orbit, as I do see the storm that is already upon us. With every moment we waste, it grows ever more difficult to steer the ship. I'm with the lady on this. Enough talk, we need to get out of here while we still can. Set an optimal course and carry out an orbital strike on the Electrobeast Monastery. Lycab Monoris must fall. Yes, Lord Captain. I will immediately form the navigation and artillery decks of pending manoeuvre. The right choice, Lord Captain. May the sacred exterminatus cleanse this veil of corruption. The bridge is in upheaval. The Tenant Mass prayers mix together in a senseless cacophony, while servitors work hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred unguents from the warp engine's components. In the middle of all this tumult stands Pascal with the data slate clutched in his hand, seemingly disconnected from the very activity. Do not interfere. The hectic storm of prayers and haphazard rituals rages on. Pascal, still as a statue in the eye of Maelstrom, has no attempt to bring it under control. Your Lordship, warps will invade ship. We have blocked their advance by depressurizing one of the infirmaries in the path, but it's only a temporary measure. The crew have been ordered to arm themselves and pray for the success of the Lord Captain's engines here. What's going on here? The warp section is not responding to commands. The ship's spirit is rejecting our prayers in anger. I'm currently calculating plea that might appease the noble spirit. Crew, take heed, word of Magus Salaman. Pascal, I kindly request you take charge of this mess. Thank you, Your Lordship. You are right. Pascal's voice changed to adjust his crew. He now speaks with the authority of his oath. Tech combats, heed my instructions. The mayhem immediately subsides and the crew's actions fall in some kind of indescribable logic. The omniscient servants start working in sync with binaric clamour become a symphony of reports which make us coordinate like a skillful conductor. Admirably done. The Omniscient guides me. The prayers of the tech priest surrounded the cogitator almost drown out the sounds of the bustling bridge behind you. Pascal, poring intently over the data slate in his hands, extends a mechagenda towards you. Please take your places at the cogitator, Lord Captain. The usually seen in front of you is lit with dozens of vivid screens and hundreds of lumens. Blinking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits on the green background make your eyes water, and a vague sense of alarm simmers in the depth of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the omniscience creation. Among the numerous controls you see the mouth of a cyber gargoyle, the same at the gate of the Warren Chamber. Pascal's voice becomes imbued with imperious force. Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the incense instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit preparation. Senior technomats recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the campanological protocol. On the sire rejoice. I must inform you that for the purposes of safety, complete reassembly of the walk sexton and updating its data smith blessings are required. If this is not done, then at launch the volume of aggregate calculation errors could result in a destruction of data crypts. But as we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure. A minor deviation from the right of operation for the sake of appeasing the spirit. What must I do? Place your hand inside the throat of the Cogitator Guardian, the Cyber Gargoyle, which has been assigned to guard the forbidden data crypts. The dynastic blood extracted from your veins will serve as a key to the data core, where the machine spirit dwells. To it we offer our prayers, so that we may bypass the protective protocol for defective connections and launch the warp sextant. The Lords of the Omnissiah know no exceptions, and so in this ritual I remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit in whose abode you'll be intruding. Follow my liturgies, Lord Captain, and we may receive his blessing. The metal jaws clamp down on your hand, breaking your delicate corporeal sheath and releasing warm red liquid into its gullet. At the same moment, the image on the vid screen before you changes. Reach out and touch the keys on the instrument panel. Lord Captain, please, you will anger the machine spirit before we remove the restriction. What does it all mean? At the sound of the voice, the cogitated servant, whose bronze-bound skull is built into the cogitated housing, shudders with a screech. His skull rotates towards you and then stops in that position. Benevolent code, a voice receptor. I hypothesize that the defect is located in the analyzer block. I register a reaction to the signal, but no process response. A temporary override is permissible. The shell was created on Forge World unknown to me, initiating standard invocation of the machine spirit. What do I do now? Lord Captain, I now ask you to address the machine spirit. Speak the following command. By my authority, I invoke the inviolability protocol. It's a good job it's not me doing this, really, isn't it? I'll be stammering all over the shop here. The inviolability protocol of the warp engine. The voice receptor will receive the vocal entry. Without your sanction, the machine spirit will not accept data. There we go. One of the cogitators' vid screens turns red and Pascal sees this and raises his hand, signaling the rest of the tech priest, then withdraws a connector from his sleeve and connects it to the machine. Servants of the Omnissiah now make the offering of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with the true and calibrated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on our souls. In meek solemnity, the acolytes offer up cleansed data crypts for the warp engine, one after another, repeating prayers of exaltation and anointing contacts with sacred ungulants. Pascal inserts him into the cogitator's slot. Your head begins to spin from the holy censers, foul-smelling clouds of smoke, and the loss of blood that the cyber gargoyle continues to drink from you, and the world swims before your eyes. Let this mechanism awaken in renewed purity. Pascal enters the secret's command and raises his head, watching the vid screen. Suddenly he stops dead. No! His fingers fly over the command moves, entering command after command. His mechadendros clicking at their pincers, pull at one lever after another. The vid screen's filled with strings of symbols, completely incomprehensible to you, but barely conveying something to the Magos. A few seconds later, one of the data crypts mounted on the cogitator begins to emit a spark, and a moment later another data crypt does the same. The next bursts into flame and gives off foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah servants break off in their prayers, and someone bursts into frantic pleading. The mass of the warp sexton's calculations is destroying the data repositories. He often did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with motive force. We are trapped. Perhaps an alternative Ryzen protocol or emergency launch of auxiliary coils. Uh-oh. The cogitator serpent creaks quietly in its joints and stands drowned out by binary hymns tapping command moves. Yes, machine spirit, rescue us. Lord Captain, the excess motion in your command will render it unanswerable to. Pascal's next vocalization goes unsynthesized as he sees the vid screen begin to stabilize one after the other. The strings frenetically galloping across the green background are replaced with stable images and regularly updating status reports. One monitor remains inexplicably red. Registering warp sexton activated. Registering data stream stabilizing. Registering 0 data errors found. Warp engine is ready for translation. I'm also reporting evidence indicating a category 3 miracle, fulfilling the criterion. I shall witness the mechanism that toils in glorification of its function and in defiance of deactivation. Lord Captain, Raver here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier. I've just received confirmation from the engineering halls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine is up and raring to go. We're ready to begin the translation, your lordship. What just happened? I hypothesized ship spirit heard our prayers and intervened. It summoned the power of the Omnicide to do something beyond my comprehension. It appears the Cominsar perceives and knows the power of your faith, Pascal. He would not have worked his miracle otherwise. I hope he will grant me the revelation that will allow me to comprehend the nature of this miracle. Commence translation. Wait for you to ascend the throne, Lord Captain. May the Emperor protect us. Well, we have an Inquisitor, so next time an Artist is fine.
Valencia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void ships plunged deeper into the Corona's expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, the Aurora von Valencius. Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
Indeed, whatever is to come next. Lord Captain, allow me to report our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Ursula informs me that we have reached a point where we can translate to real space in the Faribunda system. The Lady Navigator and her pilots waiting for your permission to begin the process. The Faribunda system is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with functioning wharf in the Cronus Expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp and allow the servants of the Omnis side to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. Prayers and rituals will take some time, which our astropathic choir will use to establish connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, the Argonus, Janus, and Cave Gamma. Master Zachary Weiss has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Legion Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader von Valancius dynasty. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, "Apparently the Legion is anxious to meet as soon as possible." Footfall, a place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Hieronymus Darloso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he'll be interested in talking to you as well, Sigmund. I will be leaving your void ship rather than football, Sigmund. Once that's done, consider the Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your Lordship, young Yvain Winterscale has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality and saving him from certain death. Not wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark on Footfall. Lord Yvain swears he will never forget his debt to you. I hereby inform the rogue trader that during a comprehensive system inspection right, this unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Unit Sigmund von Valancius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. The unit can access the data from a captain's cogitator provided he possesses description to you. Hence something resembling curiosity. You're leaving us, Hendrix? The arrangement between the Lord Inquisitor and your predecessor was that I be transported to Footfall and no further. I do not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have. I will meet again. True servants of the Emperor are always welcome on board my ship. The interrogated Inquisition himself gets to hear such words. Thank you for your hospitality. I will not forget it. Agenta, who is the Reverend who wants to speak to me? He is the head of the Drusian mission on Footfall, one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any Lord Servant of the Emperor to do. I assisted his mission before I joined Lady Theodora on her voyage. I need his blessing to accompany the new rogue trader of the von Valancius dynasty. If you wish to have me on board your ship, I request to meet with Hieronymus. Tell me about the system. Phobundus is valuable due to its close proximity to the Moor, the gateway to the Imperium. The system is mostly known for footfall, the main base for merchants, privateers and rogue traders traversing the Cronus Expanse. Additionally, the star itself is orbited by an Adeptus Mechanicus station which is off limits to outsiders. Altar Temple and Cultist X-17. I had the honour of tending to this shrine for a few thousand cycles. I suggest you abstain from visiting it, as most tech comrades at the station are engaged in meditative calculations that should not be interrupted. What do I need to know about Footfall? It's the largest port and trading capital of the Cronus Expanse. It's a dockyard that allows to inspect and repair void ship and boost its own astropathic choir. Boasts. Cronus Expanse a communication nexus. Not to mention pirate hideout, smuggler caches and forts belong to a dozen gangs, groups and factions. In the Cronus Expanse, the Imperium relies on this as its outpost. The fringes of humanity's domain rarely resemble its central worlds, but so long as Footfall serves the God Emperor insofar as it can be considered the citadel of the Imperium, although I've heard that the ties it sends are underwhelming, to say the least. Due to Footfall's remoteness, it's developed its own rules and customs. Many of the goods that can be procured there can be considered heresy at the heart of the Imperium, enough to warrant summary execution. Moreover, Footfall is the domain of rogue traders who transcend certain Imperial laws by virtue of the warrant they bear. One note. Soon as we resolve the issues plaguing the ship and establish contact with the key worlds of the Protectorate, the time will come for your Magnate Ascensio, the official ceremony done in the mantle of the rogue trader. It's mostly a formality at this point. You already possess all the privileges granted by the warrant, and yet it's a major milestone in your personal history. The moment your name graces the list of heads of the Von Valencius dynasty. We're all looking forward to that day, Lord Captain. Know anything about the Liege, Abelard? Vladimir Tokada is a peculiar young man. Consider your upcoming conversation a baptism of fire in Footfall's political arena. Such things are not spoken about out loud, but Liege Tokada is an appointee of the Kabbalistica mission. Footfall chapter, one of the most successful crime syndicates. Ooh. The largest robber baron crime syndicate in the Calexis sector. They specialise in the coal trade, buying and selling of all kinds of Xenos rubbish. Footfall was previously run by a leisurely business with several criminal factions at once, but suffered an accident. The reins of power were picked up by Vladimir Tokada, whose appointment benefits not only the Kabbalistica, but also the most powerful ally in the Cronus Expanse, road trader Caligos Winterscale. Vladimir is a slippery yet very cautious fellow. He does not usually beat around the bush and does not play mind games. Perhaps more importantly, he's no fool. Fools do not rise this high in Kabbalistic hierarchy. Keep all this in mind. You're a rogue trader and you stand above him in status and with considerable power. Having said that, history has seen cases where the Kabbalistic barons cross swords with the rogue traders and emerge victorious. Do not forget that and remain vigilant. The Kabbalistica, vile tech thieves. Why does he want to see me so badly? Not you personally. He wishes to meet with the rogue trader of the Von Valencius dynasty. Tokara does not know about Lady Theodora's death and is simply seeking an audience with the powers that be. My gut is telling me something must be very wrong on Footfall if our astropath managed to read such strong emotion in such an anodyne message. We have no information, Lord Captain. The broadcast from the Footfall astropathic choir was the only missive Master Zachary has received. Tell the Lady Navigator I'll give the lead to make transition from warp. Fidus begins issuing construction instructions. The massive ship appears to change with her every word. The bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start to prepare for the shift to real space. That was loud. The massive ship appears to change with her every word, and the bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start to prepare for the shift to real space, and measured chanting fills the corridor to safeguard the vessel and crew. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows of Lady Theodora's demise, and you inheriting the title. Liege Tokara will be informed. It's required we use the dock, and besides, he's expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. He will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there is still the matter of announcing your arrival. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit it incognito. How these benefits me? According to Footfall's unwritten laws, rogue traders enjoy special privileges that exceed even the power of the Liege. However, they may choose not to exercise those privileges in certain situations. Arriving incognito will give you more room for manoeuvre, while an official visit will allow you to directly intervene in local affairs. I shall explain, if you do not mind. As per this unwritten rule, every rogue trader arriving at this station has the right to veto any of the Liege's decisions, but there's a catch. The Cronus Expanse is home to several influential rogue trader dynasties, and Footfall is where their interests intersect. Of course, that does not prevent certain personalities, namely Caligos Winterscale, from subtly pulling the strings on Footfall. If you, as a new rogue trader, start your career with an official landing and a parade in your honour, other dynasties may see this gesture as a newcomer challenging their spheres of influence. I don't see this as a bad thing necessarily. Old Man Winterscale may take slight offence. Corda will be put on her guard, but you have just risen to prominence, and most people in the Cronus Expanse have not even heard about Lady Theodora's departure yet. It must be clear that the banner of Von Valencia soars as high as ever. If I may, I would recommend arriving incognito. There will be plenty of opportunities for you to savor the sweetness and the burden of power, but right now is the last time you can take refuge in obscurity. This way your arrival will not draw much attention, and the people will treat you as a person, not the almighty sovereign anointed by the Emperor. It could turn some situations to your advantage. I think we're going to go incognito. It will be done, Lord Captain. With your gracious permission, I will return to my duties. One of your conviction branches has reached rank 2 adherent. Once you reach rank 3 votary, it becomes Captain's main conviction. After that, you'll still be able to use dialogue options referring to other conviction branches, but those branches can't be raised above rank 2. Got it. First round of combat, all critical hits scored by the rogue trader's party inflict burning. Ooh! Nice. I'm an adherent now. Ah, yes. You have 3 levels to do up. Let's quickly do this. Anytime an enemy becomes target of any particular psyker's ability for the first time, enemy suffers -5 penalty. Yeah, that sounds quite useful. Let's put her intelligence up. This one, perception up. We'll give her Psycho Minoris. There we go. Hendrix. What can I actually do?
The Lord Inquisitor was most insistent that I master the discipline of Celtic demonology. I use my faith and my power to crush the enemies of the Imperium. Servants of Chaos tremble at the sound of the Emperor's name, uttered by my lips. I am also a skilled biomancer. I can manipulate bodily processes. Sometimes I resort to those skills in the course of my work, when it is necessary to make the subject of an interrogation more cooperative.
Must take my leave. The Cronus Expanse map. Yes, I know, I like clicking. What can I say? Gameport 7 ship moving towards us, judged by the fact that we spent to our hills and the telemetry shows a trail of micro batteries not here for Chinwag, ready to issue command. Get ready for void combat. Oh, this has been a long one, but really should have stopped on the bridge, but never mind, we'll do this fight and then this will be at the long.
All hands make ready to unleash our fury.
Okay, we're going to line up for a shot from the prow. Okay, we're going to put a torpedo out.
Let the void sort them out. Fire at will.
And then the dorsal guns.
Taste our fury.
Oh, well, that worked. And then we're going to move to there. They're coming round into our shadow. Okay, that's fine.
Engage the engines.
There we go.
Coordinates set.
This Cobra's quick.
Macro cannons, open fire! Helmsman, take us in. Coordinates
Okay, we're
set.
going to double back on ourselves here. Okay, we're going to line up here.
Helmsman, take us in. Launch battery, fully. Let them taste our fury. Torpedoes away!
Yep, we're going to veer off. Torpedo's going to chase him down.
Engage the engines.
Blessed are the faithful.
They ran away. Oh well. Didn't manage to splat them both, but we did alright. Okay, we're all the way over here. Let's head to footfall. Void Dock, Alpha Row. And yep, we've got everybody we need. So yeah, this has been a long one. It's taken nearly an hour to record this, but there you go. Now we're on footfall. We're going to be leaving it once it loads in. Ooh. That's cool. Clunky, clunky, clunk. No, your lordship, forgive me not welcoming you to the Pope. We were told that you prefer to arrive on footfall incognito. Okay. I'm here on behalf of the Legion Footfall, Lord Valdium Tokara. The Legion waits chance to speak with you at his residence. If you can believe, if you happen to have other business, to serve as your guide and tell you about the station. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-coloured scattering words of welcome, far less appealing hues, murky and diluted. They look for someone lying and hiding their intentions. Someone's coming. They're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Who's coming? Judged by their voices, there's a lot of them angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't sharp. Their strength is numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean? Such a quick tip it up if he doesn't get to say the rest.
Hey, newcomers!
Badonk.
How's this for a warm welcome? You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Are you ready to die?
Lord, if you start over here, please. Argenta. You start a little bit further back. Actually, no. Argenta, you come over here. Pascal, you start over there. Idra, you start up with me. You start at the back here.
Hold on. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I've suffered worse.
This'll leave a scar.
Okay, my turn. I could throw a grenade out, really, couldn't I, here? But I'm not going to. I'm just going to
On it.
cut his head off instead.
Let's get to it.
Come on, Funky Type. Oh, you're going to kill two of your mates instead. Thanks for that.
Emperor, protect me.
Let's get to it.
Hello.
Can I... What about now?
Thanks for that.
Let's make it quick. My ears are ringing.
That's fine, thank you. Alright, Pascal, you're up.
Messiah condemns you. Let's get to it.
Argenta. If you can move here, please.
Rejoice in battle. I'll do it. As
Run
the
and gun.
Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
High momentum.
Abelard.
Indeed.
Thank you.
It will be done. No matter the cost. At your beck and call. One fewer target. A tactically sound approach. I will do my duty.
Let's hit that. Jesus. What can we do with you?
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
High momentum.
Sigmund. We're going to jump into the middle here.
I'll see to it, but
Good.
here's my perfect moment.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one. Follow my lead.
You could go there.
Reduced to dust. Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
There we go. And then I'm gonna
It's as good as done.
Okay. Come on, fella.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. High momentum.
Time to slaughter someone.
Yep. It's not for you though.
As the Emperor commands, I am his will made manifest. Eradicated. I will not.
If you could just like hit him,
Faith
please.
without deeds is worthless.
Indeed. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Cassia, get out of the way.
Tomes of military tactics.
On my way.
Why did I not foresee this? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Got him.
Successfully terminated.
And everybody survived. Perfect. And the kill. Every time I warn them, then they go, "Oh, dear Emperor, our Lord and Saviour, how could this have happened? Who'd have thought?" Stop calling unwashed women on me who would... Do you know who they were? You looked at they were Ambers, the gang, they're the worst. I'm telling you, they're scared of no one, not even Leech Tucker. Sort of thing happened around here. Shootings, yes. Attacks no, but not very often unless it's the Ambers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and getting somebody. Go and report this to Leech. Right. What do we get? Some weighty axes. A combat shotgun. That will definitely keep... Where'd that go? Shotgun. Shotgun. Combat shotgun. That we will keep. Weighty axe. One-handed weapon. Primitive. Not as good as what I'm carrying. Flak armor will keep. There we go. Yep, looks good to me. Okay, we have a few more corpses to go collect. Chainswords. Not as good as what I'm lugging. Is this one of these back here, maybe? Oh well. Okay, so I think we've got everything here. Right, so we're going to leave that there. Again, thanks for your time. Sorry that took one so long, but what can you do? But anyway, in a minute, I've been Cappadocia. Signing off.